I'm Tara Monster, and I like to make things. Today is a very exciting day because I got a new piece of equipment for my workshop. In fact, it's hiding in that box right back there, and I can't wait to show it to you. But first, I do want to show off my Space Fox hoodie made by yours truly. You can get yours at revivalink.com. Click the link below in the description for a 20% off coupon. And now, let's get unboxing. Dun dun dun! It's time for the big reveal. It's a heat press! This is my brand new heat press. It is a Geo Knight digital combo swing away press. The swing away function is really nice because then I have the whole area to place my shirts on. And what makes the DC16 a digital combo press is that later I can get different attachments for it that do different things. If later I want to sublimate onto coffee mugs, ball caps, plates, or have a bottom heated platen for some other applications, all I have to do is buy another attachment. The way that this all comes apart makes it so that I can have a more convertible press. But the purpose that I got it for now is for T-shirt and Sweatshirt sublimation, since those are the main things that I am making. And so I reached out to a bunch of different companies and got a lot of samples of pre-screen printed transfers that you heat press on, as well as sublimation transfers, so that I could try out all of the different ones and choose which one works best for me. Since I screen print all of my t-shirts with water-based inks, they have absolutely no hand, no feel. And so with sublimation, I can actually mimic that exact same style. And that's what I'm looking to do. And that's what I am going to attempt to show you today on my very first time using this fancy heat press. The very first thing we're going to do is turn it on and let it heat up. It's really important that you do not have it clamped down while you're heating it. You want to make sure that the platen is over the top of the bottom so that it will heat up the bottom as well as the top, and it is in the open position. So in order to turn it on, I'm actually going to do this just so I can show you. This is the interface. There's a switch right underneath it that turns it on. And I already have it preset to the correct temperature, which is 385 degrees. And so right now it's heating up. It also has the timer on though, just because this is clamped down. Again, you do not want to clamp it while you're heating. I only have it clamped so that you can see what's going on here. And now I'm actually going to unclamp it for it to heat. The buttons that go up and down are just for setting the temperature as well as setting the time. And I learned all this just from reading the manual that comes with it. It's super helpful. I want to give a shout out to my transfer source because that is where I ordered the sublimation sheets that I will be using today. Since I'm just starting out, I've chose to not get a printer and print my own sublimation sheets. I wanted to try some professional ones first. And so right here on the welcome letter, they I actually called them and told them what type of fabric I was going to be heat pressing onto, and they were super helpful. Like, I told them I've been screen printing for 13 years. I've never done sublimation before, and I am looking for the transfers that will be closest to a water-based ink feel. And they were extremely helpful, and this basically just tells you what to do. I'm going to be pressing onto 50% cotton, 50% polyester. Now, for sublimation, they always recommend that you do 100% polyester on very light colored fabrics if you want to get the best results. However, my customers don't really like white and light fabrics that much, so I thought I would just experiment with some different like grays that are kind of light. I have this blue here, and then also like a light green. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but that's why I have test shirts. When I ordered transfers, the really cool thing is they let you gang them up. This is a 13 by 19 sheet, and you can fit as many copies of your art on there as possible. And so these smaller ones I'm kind of using for my tests, just to see, you know, how long to press it for, what temperature, all of that, because I am going to start with the recommended settings from my transfer source. But for my particular applications, you know, you always want to test. And then I also got a ton of sample packs from other sources that were recommended in the T-shirt forums. That's like tshirtforums.com. I've been a member of that for a long time, ever since I started screen printing. And there's a lot of like really good information on there and people that want to share their resources with you. There's actually a Google document posted in a thread that has a list of like the top heat transfer companies that make these pre-made transfers, both for sublimation and for actually like pre-screen printed sheets that you can press on, which actually do work better for darker colors. I got some of those as well. They're going to be arriving in like 2 days, so I'm going to do another video on those when they arrive. So this video is just sublimation. My next video will be exploring the pre-screen printed and vinyl transfers that I got some samples of. So this is almost heated up. While that's heating, I'm just going to go ahead and cut one of these out. So here we have our little guy all cut out. I made this from my art. This is almost at temp. While it finishes heating, I just want to give a shout out to another YouTuber, All Things Styles. He has a lot of experience with heat pressing, sublimation, vinyl, transfer sheets, everything. And I've been following him for a while now, and he is just so cool and full of information. Definitely go and check out his channel as well if you want to learn how to heat press for your first time. Great stuff. Two very important things you are going to need for heat pressing, besides the press, the shirts, and the transfers, are a lint roller and some heat safe tape, or you could use a spray adhesive. I'm going with the tape because it's less messy, and this is to tape the transfer in place onto your garment so that it doesn't move while you're pressing, because if it moves, it will ghost the image, and you don't want that. For your heat tape, get a dispenser. Oh, boy, that was loud. That is the sound indicating that the heat press is now up to temp. Yay! And yeah, get a tape dispenser, because trying to cut it with your scissors every time is bad. I'm gonna swing it away so that we can put our shirt on. And the nice thing about the swing away press is that you can actually put the shirt on from the back. so that you are not pressing upside down like you would be with a clamshell press. Again, this is a 14 by 16 size platen. I wanted to make sure I could do full-size chest prints for men. And now I'm going to lint roll off the shirt just right where I'm going to press it. And then you want to pre-press the shirt for a couple seconds just to make sure that you have all the wrinkles out. And it also just heats it up a little bit to get it ready. 3 to 5 seconds is long enough for this. My little timer on here says it's ready. Let's go ahead and tape on our cute little goat. Since I'm going to do a whole bunch of test prints on this shirt, I'm going to place him off to the side so that I'll have just lots more room for more tests. I tape each corner with a little piece of this heat resistant tape to keep it right in place while we press. So the instructions here say 385 degrees for 45 to 55 seconds is ideal for a cotton polyester 50-50 blend. And just in case you get some bleed through, it's recommended that you use a piece of butcher paper right over the top of the transfer. And also to prevent scorching, you want to have one of these Teflon sheets that also goes just right on top of your butcher paper. Okay, now we are ready to do our very first pressing on my brand new press. Can you tell how excited I am? Okay, here we go. Lock it down and just wait for the timer to beep. And the press is done. Let's check out our print. Tape's a little hard to get off at first, but it looks like he came out pretty good. And now our very first print has been done. That's my little goat. I think he's a little bit lighter than what I was expecting. Again, with sublimation, because I'm not using 100% polyester, I knew it was going to be lighter. Try some other settings just to see if I can get him a little bit darker. Probably going to do is increase the time just a little bit. And now, since I am doing a bunch of tests, what I'm going to do is just take a Sharpie and write what the settings were for this on here so I can compare all the different ones. So this was 385 degrees, 55 seconds. The other thing that you can adjust on your press is the pressure. And my instructions say to use a light pressure, which on this press is 1 to 3. And so that's what I did. I actually did a pressure of 3 for this one. And I think maybe the very first variable I'm going to change is the pressure. I'm going to turn the pressure up a little bit for the t-shirt and see if I can get a darker print. And I'm just going to go through the process one more time with it a little bit more zoomed in. You want to lint roll it, but we already did. And then you just want to heat the bottom platen and press the shirt to get all the wrinkles out for about 3 seconds. And now we're just going to tape on our second test. You would want to use a T-square to line this up perfectly. I'm not concerned with that too much just because these are only test prints. But it is a good practice to get into. Make sure you press it down really well while you're taping so there's no wrinkles or bubbles. Okay, he is ready. It has a little indicator that says what the pressure is, and right now it's really low. So I'm just going to increase it by turning this knob right here, and you can see the handle moving down and the pressure is getting more. And now it's time to bring it up, swing it away. I did forget the Teflon sheet this time. Well, we're learning, right? Let's go ahead and peel this off. And look at that, he is actually quite a bit darker than the first one we did. So we are definitely getting better. I think increasing the pressure was definitely the way to go. And I'm just gonna keep on doing test prints until I get him as dark as I possibly can without scorching the shirt. So this one was 385, 55 seconds, and actually it was a pressure of 3. This one is the same, and then the pressure was 4. So I'm just gonna write down the component that I changed. So I'm gonna just keep on pressing and I will show you my results. Now, as you can see, I have just filled up this shirt with a bunch of different test prints. I wanted to try 45 seconds instead of 55 just to see if it would be different. And it actually did come out a lot lighter. I did pressure 4 on this one. So far, my best and darkest one is 55 seconds, pressure 7, and these are all at the same temperature of 385 degrees. And I actually have to say that I'm pretty happy with this one. I feel like that's showing up pretty good for a polyester cotton 50-50 blend. So I'm going to do some more t-shirts. I actually have a wholesale order that I am doing these for. My very first one. I also have some sweatshirts, so I'm going to show you pressing the sweatshirts next. Here we go with our very first light gray sweatshirt. I've already preheated the press. Gonna do our first step, which is the lint roll. And then we're going to press it for 3 to 5 seconds just to get all the wrinkles out. Like the pressure is up a little bit just because this is a thicker fabric. So I just turned it down just a little bit so that handle isn't so hard to push down. And also my pressure reading up here tells me that it's a little bit less. So we did 7 for the t-shirts. I'm just doing 5 for the sweatshirt. For this one, we are going to use the T-square to line it up. All lined up, so we're going to tape it down. And now it's time to press. And while that's pressing, I just want to remind you guys to please give this video a like if this information is helpful or entertaining to you in some way. I hope that my learning how to use the heat press is at least helping some others. And what did we do? I forgot the butcher paper and the Teflon. So hopefully this isn't burned. I have to say it is a little bit distracting for me to be filming this. It's hard to remember all the steps when I'm nervous because I'm on camera. You know what though? It actually came out just fine. Isn't that silly? I think he actually turned out really good. Next time though, we are definitely going to remember our butcher paper and our Teflon because I don't actually know if any ink bled through. It looks like it didn't, like there really isn't any show through on the transparency itself, so I think we're fine. But learn from my mistake just now and please remember to use your butcher paper and Teflon sheet. Okay, so we're just gonna pull him off. And there we go. There is my very first goat sweatshirt that I am going to wear with pride. Yay, sublimation. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching me open my brand new heat press and figuring out how to use it for the first time. I think I did an okay job, but I am super excited to get some more practice with it and show you all of the new things that I will be able to create now. And another new thing I'm creating today is my Howling Wolf T-shirts and Sweatshirts that you can find at revivalink.com. It's part of the Animal Companions collection, which includes animals chosen by my viewers. So definitely check it out and get a 20% off coupon by using the link below in the description. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then ring that bell so you can get notified when I make new content. I make a new video every week. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I do want to show off my space. Dun dun dun. It's part of the animal that was voted by my... Bye!